Hi everyone, today is Saturday and I thought I would do a quick update as I have quite a lot to show you. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, this is a channel about cross stitch where I show the projects that I've been working on, any finishes that I have and any haul that I may have purchased, which kind of always have some haul. I hope you're all well. Things here have kind of taken a turn for the better. My last few videos have always been a little bit doom and gloom, a lot of negative stuff happening, but we may well have turned a corner. So I would like to give you a quick life update. I then have a little bit of housekeeping that I would like to talk about, and then finally I will go through the projects. And the noise you can hear is Alba trying to come into the kitchen. I'm still filming downstairs. I haven't yet managed to master the stairs, but anyway, let me give you the good news. The good news is that after 3 weeks, my dad has been released from hospital. That was really good. He is settling in not too bad. He got out, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday, just a few days ago. They are monitoring him for some signs of long COVID. Because apparently his the episode that he had was really serious, and I remember that because while he was in, there was one weekend where the doctor called and said, hey look, it could go 50-50. So things have definitely turned a corner, which has been great. My mum and I are fully recovered. We don't have any lasting effects at all, but my dad, there could be. So they are now on this different kind of journey, I think. He seems very confused, and the doctor seems to think that's down to the lack of oxygen for when he had COVID. So it is good news, but the journey's not over yet for him. Now for me, things have also taken a turn for the better. Unfortunately, I haven't quite mastered the stairs, but I have started my physiotherapy. I have another session this week on Friday. Yeah. It's painful, but I can see how it would benefit me, and I don't know if anyone's had an injury before, and luckily the physiotherapist could identify a little bit with what I was saying, because I kind of began to not really like my leg. I didn't really want to touch it, I didn't really want to look at it. I have scars on both sides because when the bone came out, one bit went one way and one bit went the other. So I have I have scars on both sides, and they're not very nice to look at. My leg and my foot and my ankle were very swollen. The bruising has gone. It's been 10 weeks since the accident, but I just had a kind of disassociation with my leg, and well, the physiotherapist has told me that's pretty common, that people often find that they can't look at the scars, and I was certainly like that. So she gave me some tips and tricks and hints to help me overcome that, and it's something that I really want to work on, and that started already, which is good. And I also have some exercises that I need to do every day. Nothing is too strenuous, but it's all about building up the collagen and the dealing with the nerve endings that have been damaged, because to be fair, the bone is reinforced by a plate like this with 9 pins, so the bone is fine. It's all the other stuff, all the soft tissue that we're working on. So I don't go back to the orthopedic surgeon until the end of this month. I still have my boot. I still walk with one crutch. I'm not too bad on certain, like if I'm in the kitchen, because you can touch surfaces, you have support there, I can kind of walk about, but most of the time I just have one crutch. But yeah, it's looking much better than it was. I will be happier once I can get to my own bed to try and get some sleep. Physiotherapist obviously reinforced the requirement to make sure I have the sleep where I'm going to get better. But yeah, that's the kind of life update. So much more positive than my previous videos, which I'm pleased about. But I also want to thank everyone for reaching out. I had lots of messages, emails for people just either empathising with the situation that I was in, well wishes, obviously for my dad. That was really touching. Because it can be quite isolating. The whole situation has been terrible. I'm glad I'm glad we are kind of through it, but by no means has COVID gone. The figures for Scotland alone is that they're predicting we have 1 in every 45 people are positive. And I know that one of the neighbours across the road, both herself and her daughter, who doesn't live in this area, are in hospital with COVID. So, you know, things have not changed. So, yeah, be careful. And I feel as if that's all I've ever talked about since I started doing Flosstube. But yeah, we need to be careful. Anyway, I've kind of talked enough about that. I want to talk a couple of things about housekeeping, and then I want to talk about the projects that I've been working on. First thing is, the information in my last video was not accurate about customs and charges for buying from abroad. A couple of people commented, which was really good, and what I would recommend is that you just go to the government website on buying from abroad and the customs and excise to get the accurate information. But what I told you was not correct, which was the limit was like, I don't know, £20. It's not like that at all. So yeah, I will put the link below. I will look for it when I upload the video, and I'll put the link below so you can just click on it. So that's for anybody in the UK who's interested in buying from abroad. The other piece of housekeeping is that I had drawn the, I had giveaways the last video. I have one for this video, but in the last video, Morning Star, I was given away by Blackbird. Ricky contacted me right away, so I have all her details. But I don't know, do people not want this? I was giving away this chart with all the floss, and the winner from the last video was Ruth Cowley. I commented on Ruth's comment and she never ever got in touch with me. So if anyone knows Ruth Cowley, can you ask her to comment and get in touch with me? If I don't hear from Ruth by the time of my next video, I will draw for this again. This is like the third time. I have already kind of dug mine back out because hopefully I'll be able to stitch on mine again. But it's a great chart. You're getting all the floss. I don't know, but for some reason this one is a little neglected. So Ruth Cowley, please can you get in touch with me and I'll get this in the post. Okay, let's talk about stitching. We have a finished item, which I think was a new start. I have been working on a couple of whips, and I also have 2 new starts. I have a little bit of startitis, I think, where I want to start all the things, and my apprehension of having too many whips seems to be, I don't have that now. All I want to do is stitch what I want, where I want. I just want to go for it. So that's kind of what's happened. I also have quite a pile of haul, and I've also been gifted with some lovely Happy Mail, which I will show. So let's talk about finishes. The first thing that I worked on, which I believe I didn't show, was a new start in the last 2 weeks, was this chart here. And this is Madame Chantilly Pumpkin Witch, and that's her there. And I've had this for a while in my stash, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen it, but I'm now finished it. I started and finished in the last couple of weeks because I liked it so much. Wait till I just take this out of plastic so you don't need to hear that. Okay, and here it is here. So here is my Madame Chantilly Pumpkin Witch. This is stitched on a piece of Picture This Plus Heartland, which I over dyed with some tea. I just really got some tea bags, used tea bags, and just kind of sponged them on here and there. I used the Call for DMC except for the colour of her dress. That's a kind of grey, and listed in the chart, it's listed as, let me tell you, it's listed as Onyx by a dyer I didn't know. So I used the substitution, which was a DMC 413. And this is her, and she's, let me see the size of her, 61 by 105. I managed to stitch her up fairly quickly, and I really like her. I've had her for a while. A lot of people had said they hadn't seen the chart before. I think it's still freely available. I don't think it's such a difficult to find or out of print. It's just maybe not been the most popular, but I really like her. I really like the primness of it all. So yeah, that's Pumpkin Witch by Madame Chantilly, and I've promised the chart to someone, so I will be posting that off this week. That's my plans to post it off this week. Okay, so that was my finish. I've also worked a little bit on this project here. I've not done so much on it. This is by Hands-On Design. Just move the thread out of the way. Hands-On Design, and the chart is Stand Tall. Oh no, it's called Be a Pineapple. So it's called Be a Pineapple. And I'm working this on 14 count Havisham by Picture This Plus. And I actually don't have so much left to do, but I'm being kind of like distracted. So I'm almost there. I will try and finish it over the next kind of few weeks. But yeah, it's a really nice stitch. I picked it up off, I think it was a Stash Unload site. I didn't buy it new, I think someone was selling it, so I picked it up. I always liked it. I liked the whole kind of feeling behind it as well. So I worked on that. I also worked on my Carolyn Manning designs, which is this one here, which is Thistle. I'll take it out of the bag so you can see it clearly. Thistle by Carolyn Manning. I've not worked so much on this, but there should be a few extra stitches in it since the last time I filmed. It's quite big. Okay, so here we are. Again, there's a needle and thread hanging. Here it is here. And this is stitched on 16 count, I think, Oatmeal Ada. But I love this. This is a very relaxing stitch. And I noticed quite a few people working on Carolyn Manning designs, and they're all beautiful. All the colours are very complementary in the design, so she does a great job there. Yeah, so I worked on that. Not so much, I think it was only maybe one session when I was sitting outside the hospital. Yeah, I think it was only one session. Okay, so I also have, some new starts, and this is the exciting stuff for me. I don't know what happened, I know, I can tell you what happened with this first new start. I had received some threads from Mary, thanks Mary, and it was exactly part of the threads that I needed for this design, and it was Hello from Liz Matthews, and it's Quaker Pumpkins. And it's pretty popular. I've seen quite a lot of people stitch on it on Flosstube, and there's lots of pictures on Instagram, but it's absolutely great. I am actually not sure I'm going to include the writing. I'm not sure. What I'll probably do is finish the pumpkins and then decide what I want to do, but I'm kind of in the feeling that I don't want to do the writing. And here is my start. Now the threads for this, they're delicious. That's the only way I can describe them. They are absolutely delicious. And here is my start. Let me maybe move that out of the way. Okay, and this is 32 count platinum, Zweigart platinum, and yeah, it's my very small start on it. What I will say is that people will be thinking, oh, you've now switched back to doing linen. Yeah, because I'm more mobile and because I am not kind of fully on the codeine every day, I find it far easier to, first of all, find a comfortable place to stitch where I have good light, and I can actually focus for long enough to stitch on linen. I still do a bit of frogging, but it's nowhere near the way it was at the beginning. And that's probably why I've not touched my Ada projects as much. But yeah, this was my start, thoroughly enjoying it. The threads for this project, I mean, if you're stitching on it, then you'll know, but they are absolutely wonderful, and they're very similar. When I first got the threads, I was like, oh, I don't know if that'll really show the differences. Wait, I'll show. See, but you actually, it's so subtle when you're stitching with them that you can see it. So obviously we've got at the beginning the gunmetal. Yeah, I don't remember which is, but we've got tiger's eye. We've got sweet pea. No, we've got sweet potato and cognac. Yeah, and Carolina Cecil. So, you know, there's different, very, very subtle differences. And when you're stitching up, you're like, oh, they're so alike. But you can actually see, I think I've probably used most of the threads, maybe only one that I've not used yet. But you can see, and some of the variegation is great. It really gives a nice touch. So yeah, I started that one this week, and I will work on it again. I've really enjoyed working on this one. If you just bear with me. I get in such a mess so quickly, such a mess around me. Okay, and then I had another new start, and again, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this. I spent some time kitting it up, and I've been reluctant to start things because obviously I was struggling to see on my fabric, but also I rely on my mum. Can you go and get this? Because all my stash is upstairs. Oh, can you look for that? It's not very fair on her. She's got a lot to do. She doesn't need me sending her, oh, can you look for this thread, or can you look for this piece of linen? But I don't know what happened. It all just kind of came together with this one. I had the chart already somehow with me, and then I just got the threads, and yeah, I think the only thing I ordered was the linen. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Lavender and Lace, and this is Celtic Christmas, and a lot of people have stitched this. A lot of people stitch all the ladies. This is my first lavender and lace lady. I have a couple of Mirabilias started, but I haven't really stuck with them for no reason. So yeah, I started this one, and here is my start. It's not a big start, okay, but it's a start. So here we are. It's me just working on the skirt. Now this fabric is 32 count Seraphim. I think it's Dusty Road. I kept the label so that I would be able to check. Yeah, it's just Dusty Road by Seraphim Fabrics. So that's the label there. And at the beginning I wasn't too sure about it. My concern was that maybe the fabric was too warm for the design. Maybe I needed something just a little bit cooler, because the called for fabric I think is a light green. I think it's a light green or natural. So I'm okay with it. And I'm more than okay. I'm quite happy with how it looks. It will not be exactly the same as this one because this one does have cooler tones, but I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, that's my start on Celtic Christmas. This will not be a quick project. I will not be telling you in 2 weeks' time it's finished. I'm hoping just to work steadily on it, yeah, and just get it finished. This is a 32 count. Somebody had messaged me on Instagram to say be careful about your beads, because obviously this project was charted for 28 count. I'm now not sure I'm going to add beads, but they also gave me recommendations of smaller beads. So yeah, the jury's still out on that one. But yeah, I did enjoy stitching on it the other day. Yeah, it's lovely. And I do love red. Red's a colour. I love it, but I just think it's a beautiful design, and anyone that I've seen finished, yeah, it's pretty breathtaking. So, but it did kind of open up a little bit of a rabbit hole for me, because I started getting quite interested in the lavender and lace, maybe more memorabilias, even though I have plenty that I haven't started yet. I'll not put that away yet. So yeah, it kind of got me thinking, oh, I quite like doing these. I'm not sure whether I will, well, I'm sure I will frame it and display it at Christmas time, but I'm not sure about other ones. I can see my house with walls of samplers. I can't at the moment envisage it with walls of beautiful ladies, but who knows? Genuinely, I don't know. I might. Okay, I'd like to talk about Happy Mail now. I received 2 fabulous Happy Mail. The first one was from Sharon. Sharon's on Instagram as Made in Belfast. Hi Sharon. And Sharon very kindly gifted me the Lizzie Kate cat lessons. Sharon finished it, looks great, so she sent it on to me, asked if I'd like it, and she sent it on. I'm just about maybe to start this week on this one. And Sharon very kindly thought of Alba and sent her some dreamies. So yeah, Alba. Yeah, I didn't sleep much last night because she decided that she was going to sleep right beside me, so I didn't really move much. Yeah, I wasn't happy with her this morning. But yeah, so I have these. This is great, and I'm certainly starting that this week. And I also received some lovely Happy Mail from Pat. So hi Pat, I hope you're well. And okay, are you coming in? Are you coming in? Okay, hold please. Okay, so she's kind of hanging around. You might see her. You might see her. Anyway, Pat very kindly gifted me some lovely things. First of all, received a beautiful card. And this is a Birds of a Feather sampler. And I actually have this chart. So that was lovely. What are you doing? Okay, she's not coming up. She's eating. Then I received the lovely Mill Hill kit, and I have a little bit of a soft spot for owls. I don't have this one, so that was really nice. Received these lovely bookmark kits. It's a full kit. Also great colours in that. And I received very generously, extremely generously, this is only half of it, I have the other half here which I'll show you, some beautiful threads. All Weeks Dye Works, and this is quite a bundle. So again, very generous. And I also got the DMC, some DMC, the ones with the variegation. And this one here, number 51, I already have a project picked out. So that will also be a new start this week. So you'll see that the next time I film. So I've already thanked Pat, but if I can thank you again, Pat, was very generous of you. It was lovely to receive such great gifts. Okay, so that takes me very nicely onto haul. Let me start with this piece of haul. This is, I had mentioned that by starting the lavender and lace, it got me thinking and looking at different ladies, and I picked up this Bella Filipina design. I've never owned any of these charts. This is the first time that I have one of the charts in my stash. But yeah, it comes lovely packaged. It's lovely. But yeah, I bought this one. There's another one I have my eye on, which I might purchase. I then also bought Teresa Kogut, Witchy Poo, and I kitted it up as well. This will also be a start probably in the next week. I also got a Leela's Studio with Love. I think this is a new start, a new chart. And I purchased this one because of Shelley Key X Stitch here on Flosstube and on Instagram. She had shown this in her recent video and I thought, oh, I like that, I like that, I like the colours. So off I trotted and ordered it. So yeah, I got this one. And the last chart that I purchased was this one here, which is the traditional stitches. It came from Canada, traditional stitches one for Blackbird Design. It's you've seen plenty of them, lots of people have bought it, but I purchased that. I believe that's the final run. I ordered it maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, maybe about 6 weeks ago, and it came within the last couple of weeks, so I didn't have to wait long. I was quite fortunate, but I believe that's it. So I hope those who got it, those who wanted it, you got it. And I was in two minds. I saw it advertised, will I not, will I, and then eventually I thought, I'm just going for it. Then I've got it. And also I have some fabrics that I've bought this week, the last 2 weeks. First of all, I got a piece of Murky. It's not the size I want, it's a tiny piece, but I got a piece of Murky. I got that from Peakside. And I think what happened was I put the other piece, like a larger piece, in my cart. I didn't check out for whatever reason, went away, did something else, and I think like hours later I came back and I thought, oh, I should put that through, and it was gone. So I ended up with this like small piece, but it's a piece. I don't know, Murky's like so elusive now, it's unbelievable. And I also got some fabric from Xjudesign. I have also got another order on its way that I had placed, but these were ones that I thought looked really nice. Now they're both 32 count. This one is called Spilled Coffee. What I'll do is I'll open them up so you can see it a bit better. So this is Spilled Coffee. And I believe it is still on our website. That's pretty true to life. And these are good sized pieces, as you can see. So that was the first piece that I ordered. And the second piece I ordered is also 32 count, and this is called Sampler Khaki. Now, I'm quite happy with the colour, but it was not what I expected. That's about accurate to what it is. And again, it's a really nice big piece. So yeah, that's Sampler Khaki, and I got them from Xjudesign. I've got another order placed because she updated her shop in the last maybe week to 10 days. And I've got a piece of Jack-o'-lantern and Witch's Brew, I think. I did try and get, what was the third one? Elixir? I think it's Elixir, but yeah, it was gone by the time I decided to order it. So yeah, I did order some fabric as well. So yeah, I got quite a nice bundle of haul in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so I also, if you remember last time in my video, I had a giveaway. I've just done the random comment picker, and the winner for Halloween, Happy Halloween, this little kit, is Loretta Mullen. So Loretta, if you can get in touch with me, I will get this in the post to you. I will leave a comment on your comment, but if you can either send me an email or send me a message on Instagram, a private message with your address, I'll get this in the post to you. So it's Loretta Mullen who has won this little Bothy Threads kit. I don't have anything to give away this week because I'm not organised, but I will have a giveaway for the following week. I think that's all. It's a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it would only be like 20 minutes. But I hope you're all doing well. I want to thank everyone again for kind of showing concern about the situation, and I'm glad to see that things are slightly better. Yeah, I hope you're all taking care of one another, and I'll see you in a few weeks' time. So yeah, bye-bye.